All right, I think we are live. I think we're live. What is going on, family? What's happening? What's happening? Tremaine, Mr. Hard Pivot of Hard Pivot Financial Consulting. I am back with another mindset moment. Haven't had a mindset moment on here in a while. Was working some different platforms, but yeah, today we're going to have a mindset moment. And as you can see by the title, it's called "Why Most People Will Never Be Rich." All right. Now, titles like that tend to rub a lot of people the wrong way for whatever reason, because people say, everybody don't want to be rich, and so rich is defined so differently for everybody, right? And so I'm going to say rich in the contents of this video, rich that defines your happiness, right? Some people are rich by just going to a job, being able to pay their bills, cover their bills, being able to, just take care of their family, and not have a whole lot extra for a lot of other things. Some people, same scenario, but are just happy that they can vacation when they want to, have a little extra money to spend on their children and their family when they want to. What's going on, Rock? That's Rodney. Yep, that's me, buddy. What's going on? Because I can't see your on this particular screen. I can't see comments, but I can see it on my other screens. Yep, that's me, old Rodney Taylor. Rock, what's up, buddy? So yeah, let's take the definition out. Whatever rich is for you, whatever wealth means for you, whatever to some, again, like I said, it's just to be able to take care of their family, to be able to vacation when they want to, working a job. Some, having a business that they feel that they call it their own. It makes money for them. Some people, the very definition of richness that you see on the gram and TV and Hollywood Hills, wealth, it's whatever it is for you guys. But no matter what that definition is for you, guess what? Why most of you won't reach that definition, I have 12 reasons, right? So bear with me. We're going to rock through them real quick, guys. Tremaine, Mr. Hard Pivot. We're going to talk about a little bit of mindset moment today, right? So let's start from 12 up to what I think is the number one reason why most people will never be rich. And 12 is just most people lack self-discipline, right? Without self-discipline, you'll never put yourself on the path to generational wealth or to wealth or to financial freedom, because self-discipline means that you have to do some things differently from what you're accustomed to. Means you have to discipline yourself to do things other than what you're used to, right? You have to discipline yourself to to be around people that you're not accustomed to being around, and not being around the people that you're accustomed to be around. You have to discipline yourself. Let's say if you like to, let's say, drink, right? But now you took on a new business venture, and typically where you were drinking all week, you have to get up super early now to take care of, to do videos, or to, I don't know, to get out and meet people, to have meetings and business meetings. So you can't do that all week. So you have to have discipline. Number 12, guys, lack of self-discipline is why most people will never be rich. All right. Number 11, not learning new things. The saying, you can't teach an old dog new tricks. Well, in this day and age, in this economy, in this world, you have to learn new things, because the world is constantly evolving, and it's going to evolve financially. When wealth is being transferred, it's going to evolve technologically. When technology steps up, remember, we went from the industrial age, right? From to computer era, to .com, to home-based business, to the eras, they change. So you have to adjust. You have to be willing to learn new things if you're going to keep up with that change and evolve with evolution, right? So not learning new things is number 11 in my book. 10, constantly making excuses. The easiest thing for anybody on this earth to do is to be able to make an excuse not to do something. That is so easy for most of us, and that's one of the things that keep people from even aspiring to try to reach a new dream or to step out on faith to do something, because they'll make an excuse. What if it doesn't work? What if I'm not good enough? What if I don't look good enough? I don't know how to do videos. I don't know how to do this. I don't know technology. I don't know how to talk to people. I don't know how to excuses are the things that are going to keep you away from most of the things that you want in this world. And I'm not just talking about wealth. I mean, just an overall thing. So number 9, guys, on why most people will never be rich. Number 9, spending more than they earn. And we talk about the poor mindset, the poverty mindset. And when I say poor, a lot of people think I'm talking about, oh, you're just talking about people that don't have money. No, poor means, let's define that. Passing over opportunities repeatedly for whatever reason because of your mindset. That makes you poor, right? Poor because you're not learning new things, right? You don't have discipline. Poor in mindset, which will result in poor in finance. Don't get me wrong. They do go hand in hand. Spending more than you earn, though. That's what we get taught to do. You get taught that life is short. See, that's a poor mindset, a poor mentality. Life is short, so you might as well enjoy your life. But most of us have to work. We're trading time. We're trading our labor for dollars. Most of us are trading our labor for dollars, right? So our time is consumed in that. So when people say life is short, just spend your money. So now the hard-earned money that you're making, you are spending it on you're spending money that you don't have, right? You're spending money that you don't have trying to keep up with the Joneses, because actually most poor people that don't have a lot of money, spend the most money trying to look like they do have a lot of money, which keeps them in poverty, which keeps them generationally in poverty, which keeps their children in poverty, because this is what their children are learning. You run around and you're buying $300 jeans, and then your child is 3 years old, and you're buying them a $100 pair of jeans, and that's okay if you can afford to do that. If your assets are paying for that, it's a mindset. That's a whole nother story. And then that's one thing. And but if you're doing it, that's what the child is learning, is to spend more, because once you're spending this money that you don't have, guess where you're borrowing it from? We talk about these 4 financial challenges all the time. Now you're borrowing it from credit cards. You to make up for the money that you spend that you don't have. So now big business is having their way with you, right? You get what I'm saying? So spending more than you earn. And big business loves it. That's why it's a holiday for every single month. And then the holidays we done made up now just to spend money. Spending more than you earn. So while most people will never be rich, let's go to number 8. Not setting any financial goals. I was on a Zoom last night with one of my coaches and mentors, and she brought up a good point. She said, believe it or not, a lot of married couples don't even talk about finances. She said a lot of married couples don't even know each other's credit score. Like, they get married and don't even talk about finances. They just kind of go into it. So not setting any financial goals for yourself leaves one thing. And I posted something on one of the social media sites a couple weeks ago, and it said that if you don't have a plan for your money, somebody else will. Meaning, if you just taking your money, of course, paying bills, they have a plan for your money, bill collectors. If you don't have a plan for your money, then when you're spending, when you're using credit cards all willy-nilly, the plan for them is to keep you in compound interest debt for as long as they possibly can, right? And then if you don't pay it, the plan for them is to sell it off to make money to other collectors so that they can come after you. See, they have a plan for your money already. If you don't have a financial plan, you have to have a financial plan. Another thing that we do in our organization, we have experts that get together with you, sit down with you and your spouse, and put together a financial plan for you guys. This is important. This is key. This is crucial, especially for the Black and brown community. It's crucial, guys. So while most people will never get rich, let's go number 7, failing to make any investments. Now, that's kind of twofold, because a lot of people do want to make investments. But if you are, again, working labor just to make money with your time, and your bills get paid off the top, and we know taxes get took out of your check from the government off the top, right, before you even pay your bills. Then you pay your bills, and then your bills consist of credit card debt because you're trying to make up for money that you spent that you didn't have, right? So now you don't have any money if you wanted to make investments, because most 78% or to 80% of the country is living from paycheck to paycheck. So where is the money coming from? The only thing I have to say about that is, from years past, investing is so much easier now. You used to have to go through a broker, man. Everything, Wall Street, everything had to go through a broker, right? Nowadays, investing, you can invest from your phone. You can invest, get with people that know how to invest. Get with people that talk investments. Get with people that have investments, right? So failing to make investments are crucial, because if you don't have money invested, then you're not even anywhere near the road to wealth. You're just not on that road at all. You're not on that path whatsoever if you don't have investments. Now, I'm not just saving money. That's something different. I'm not even talking about that. Investments. Your money should be making money for you while you sleep. Okay? So while most people will never be rich, where are we at? We're at number 6. Okay. This is funny to me. Just assuming rich people just got lucky. Right? You hear the stories of entertainers and actors and musicians, and their stories, as well as those that are wealthy by way of investments and business and stuff like that. When you hear their stories, one of the let's say one of the things that are similar in all of the stories is that when people finally realized they arrived and they came, they say, "Oh, that happened overnight." But no, when you see their stories, you realize that no, they have been grinding for years, like music artists. People say, "Oh, they seem like they just popped up overnight," and they tell you about their story and how they, got kicked out of a club and couldn't get into a music spot here or do. They have a story, a struggle. Most of them have a struggle. Nothing happens overnight. So when people assume that others got rich by being lucky, say, "Oh, because they may have they're just in the right place at the right time, or they just happen to know so-and-so, or they just happen to be involved in this group." Guess what, guys? That wasn't luck. That was because they did some of the other things we talked about already. They had discipline, right? To position themselves to be in a place to where they could use leverage, where they could use the universal law of attraction, right? There was nothing lucky about it. Right. So, and that's funny. A lot of people, and they use that as an excuse. So, a lot of those other things fall into this pyramid of reasons, right? So, why most people will never be rich, we are on number 5. And I hear this in my community, my black and brown community, all the time. We focus on saving money, right? Instead of earning money. And I don't mean earning money by getting a job. We've been taught to go get a job, 2 jobs, 3 jobs. We've been taught that, but that's another story. But focusing on saving money as opposed to earning money. And don't get me wrong, I'd rather you do that than do nothing. I'm not saying don't save money. I'm just saying we focus on saving money and sitting it in an account, right? Just to say that we have saved $500, $1,000, and again, please don't misquote me on this. It's not save money as opposed to just blowing it. Don't get me wrong. I'm all for that. But saving money and just allowing it to sit to do nothing, and basically letting the banks utilize the rule of 72 on you, where they're just compounding, multiplying the money that's sitting, whether it's in your savings account. What's up, Trev? What's going on, brother? And allowing the bank to use the rules of 72 to where they're multiplying your money, right? And they're making money off your money and giving you probably less than 1%. Or a lot of people have it in a checking account where they're not even getting anything. And the bank is steadily making money off the money. So we get taught and we focus on saving money and just putting it in the bank. And for a rainy day, money is supposed to be making money. Money doesn't get tired. Money doesn't sleep. Money doesn't need overtime. Money doesn't need a vacation. It's a tool, guys, and it's supposed to be making more money for you, right? In order to leverage tax laws like the wealthy, so you can utilize these strategies that we teach, first of all right? So why most people will never be rich, we are number 4. And taking advice from unsuccessful people, right? And don't get me wrong, there's so much information now because we have what we didn't have when I was growing up, the internet, right? Where you can get information, you know, information overload if you want it, right? So and just like with anything, you know, all is not all being and all is not all good, and some is good and some is not. However, I'm talking about taking from unsuccessful people. I'm talking about, so if you're working at, I don't know, a fast food restaurant, and you're trying and you're ready to bring yourself and to think outside of the box, and you're thinking about, you know, starting a home-based business, so to speak, right? And you mention it to the person you're working with that you've been working with for years, and the first thing they say is all the negative Nancy and the negative Nate stuff. You know, no, you shouldn't do that. And they're doing that for their own weaknesses and their own character, of course, their own fears, but you end up not pursuing your goal and your dream, or you know, tabling it till later because of some advice from somebody who's doing worse than you. Like, you just loaned them some money to get their lights turned back on, and you actually took financial advice from this person. So that's what I'm saying. You know, well, what you say, Trev? We taught on saving, but never investing. That's right. Money's supposed to circulate, AKA work. That's right, Trev, my man. Absolutely. So just be careful on who you are taking financial advice from, right? You definitely don't want to be taking some financial advice from people that are doing worse off than you. That's all I'm saying, right? While most people will never be rich, guys, we're on number 3. Being too scared of failure to do anything. And that's a funny thing because in my community, you know, we were raised and taught to not fear things, to not fear people, to not fear a person, to not fear situations and circumstances. And in our community, we are in circumstances that are scary, and we teach our children not to fear anything. You know, my mom, when I was little, you know, it was some twin bullies, you know, in our school, and you know, they used to just bully on everybody, and one day they started trying to bully on me outside my house, and I ran in the house. I'm like, Mom, my mama pushed me back out there. Don't you never be afraid of nothing. Push me back out there. That's a story for another day, right? But my point was, and is, we get taught not to fear. But yet, when it comes to business, when it comes to thinking outside the box, when it comes to letting go of a job, to pursue your goals, to pursue your dreams, fear paralyzes us. So that is absolutely one of the things that is, you know, why most people never get rich, because of fear of failure. 2, guys, making career choices based on parents and what society thinks, right? What's going on, Natalia? That go Coach DeLoach in the house, guys. All right. Well, that's an awesome Coach DeLoach and the crypto queen for those that don't know. So, yeah, hey, what's going on? Again, 2, guys, we're almost out of here. 2, making your decisions based on what society or what your parents think you should or shouldn't be. All right. Now, a long time ago, yeah, sure, we didn't have a whole lot of options because of some societal constraints at the time, right? Now, society is a lot more wide open. In this day and age, it is much easier, right? The path to wealth is a lot easier than before because the path to wealth was more industrial, was more concrete, right? Now technology and people creating apps and cryptocurrency is here to stay, right? Which is going to take wealth to a whole different direction. So definitely try to understand cryptocurrency. But that's a whole other story, guys. But we were taught, you know, that our parents say, this is all you can do. This is what I want you to do. This is the only way to wealth. You know, hard work, college. So that's something that, you know, I have 2 9-year-old children, a boy and a girl, a set of twins. And I tell them college is something that is, you know, it is going to be up to you, right? If wealth is concerned, that's, you know, college is kind of, and y'all know from my previous videos. If not, definitely go to Mr. Hard Pivot, the Money channel, especially on YouTube, and you can see my views on education, you know, outdated versus specialized education, like this. So yeah, a lot of us, we think about our parents and what they want us to be, and you try to sit inside that box and do what they want you to do. And there's nothing wrong with that. Parents have absolutely your best interest at heart, I believe. But nowadays, guys, you have to think outside the box because wealth could be accumulated so many different ways. All right. So, like I said, I don't want to be here this long, but why most people will never be rich, guys. And the number one answer is probably going to surprise a lot of you, right? It is this, believing that a 9 to 5 is the only way to success, the only way to wealth in life. This has been beat, punched, and programmed into us since we were so young. What's going on, Jason? What's up, buddy? We got military in the house. Much respect. You're watching us and got our backs. Appreciate it so much. All right. So yeah, number one, believing that a 9 to 5 is the only way in life. And I know we've been taught this so much. We get this pounded in our heads. Work, hard work. I'm from the South. I'm from Georgia. And, always been a big guy. And, they used to say to us, if you're not going to be smart, you better be strong, right? So in this country. And yeah, guys, there's just so many, and I started saying that before, there's so many different ways to create wealth in this country now. So, 9 to 5, you're just really falling into what society wants you to do. As far as school is concerned, schools just want to pump out employees. Why? Why do they want to pump out employees, guys? Why? Y'all, if you've been following me, you know about those 4 financial challenges I talk about. Why do schools want to pump out employees? Why do they want to make you feel that a 9 to 5 is the way to go to success, right? Because W-2 employees pay the highest taxes in this country, or some of the highest taxes in this country. Some of the highest taxes. And then remember, I said 78 to 80% are living paycheck to paycheck. But they pay some of the highest taxes. So they want employees, right? They want W-2 employees in this country. So you have to understand and think about those, the 2 through 12, stop being the scarcity, stop being afraid of failure, stop being afraid to think outside the box, right? So you guys know that when it comes to these financial challenges, these are something that these are principles that we understand, we talk about, and we show you how to overcome these, right? And this is not get rich quick. This is not overnight. No, this is about a mindset. This is about creating a different mindset that you can pass on to your children, as well as passing on the wealth that's created. Because once you learn to increase your cash flow, right? The money that you actually have, the money that you are actually making, once you learn to increase your cash flow, once you learn to get into a tax bracket that pays a lot less, once we show you these type of things, then you can start putting money into investments, right? Then these are the things that take you to a different level, right? These are the things that take you to a different level generational. So if any of these strategies that you hear me talk about, that you've heard me talk about today, interest you guys, because I'm definitely here to show you these strategies. We have experts that do a lot of this stuff for you, that put you in the position that you need to be in, guys. Please, please, don't be afraid to just text me if you need to. You don't have to call. You don't have to talk to me. Don't be afraid to text 216-285-0569 and just text details or soft intro, and I will definitely just send some information to you guys to try to help you and your family get put on the right path, right? This COVID thing may not be over with. We may be going into from what I'm reading and from what one of my mentors, she's always staying on top of that type of stuff. She's saying like we may be going into something else again. So you want to be prepared for these type of things, guys. You want to prepare yourself financially. You definitely want to have a plan. All right. So again, if we can help you with any way, if I could just send you some information, see what our experts can do for you guys, 216-285-0569. And with that being said, like I always say, guys, I don't know a lot of you, but I believe in you. So why don't you?